It's your time. It's his time. It's man's time. Man's time to shine. Anyways, we got another video, man. It's called "Make It or Break It: Couples Counseling." I found this video scrolling across my timeline, and I thought it was gonna be a good one, so I'm reacting to it. I'm getting ready to react to it. So with that being said, let's get straight to the video. I gotta find somebody to find videos for me to react, because trying to find good ones is, or ones that's gonna interest me, is like
Connor
hard.
and Brady Bunch. Each with 2 kids, they met, fell madly in love, and moved in together. At first, they seemed like the perfect fit, but then 3 years later, they're at their wits' end.
And this is what and y'all know when I say I'm finna have my own show, because I found my lane with this YouTube shit. Like at first I was playing the old PS2 games. I was doing the little Q&A questions, like asking my peers like about I remember I did like, y'all remember my first couple of videos, like if you remember my first, if you've been here since day one, you know the first videos, like the type of video I used to post. I did reactions too, but I reacted to a bunch of different stuff that I stopped because I didn't really like them. I stopped and started doing the cooking video. I started doing the BAM talks, talking about whatever happens in life, stuff that happens with some celebrities, things like that. And I found my lane with this relationship shit, relationships with people, marriages, all that shit, because that's just something I feel like I have so much knowledge on based on what I've seen, what I've experienced, you know? So this is the type of show I'm gonna have. I'm gonna have some contestants on my show.
To see if their relationship could be salvaged.
Right now, my boyfriend Demisio and I are on the verge of breakup. Demisio stays out sometimes until like 7 o'clock in the morning.
Over this past weekend, we had a really big fallout.
Like, this is exactly how my show is going to be set up. But my show is going to be to heal them. My show is not, like, you know, I know a lot of people don't want to do it because they don't want to put people in their business. And I understand, because doing shows like this sometimes, bro, I ain't going to lie, it's crazy, because it can harm more than benefit. But
you guys had somewhat of a tough weekend. Do you want to tell me what happened?
Yes, I did pack up Demisio's things this weekend because he's been leaving and coming home at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I've kind of been questioning where he's been or who he's been with.
We're in a relationship that is going downhill. I'm dealing with a woman who has been having trust issues since the beginning of the relationship. And that's just one small part of it.
But what's your solution?
I don't have a solution anymore.
So right off the rip, so she been having trust issues since the beginning of the relationship. And her having trust issues is going to probably harm you because she's not healed yet. Someone who's not healed, or everybody's probably not 100% healed, but someone who's barely healed is going to do a lot of harm to you. Not in like harm physically, but like they're gonna kind of bring a burden of somebody else on you, and that's just how life works. So with that being said, she already has those trust issues. You probably shouldn't be, no, not probably. Why would you be coming home at 7 in the morning? And you haven't communicated to her where you at, what you don't, like you ain't told her all, or like you ain't told her any, like you said nothing. Like some of this shit be retarded. It's simple communication.
What do you think when you hear that?
I take full responsibility for what I've done. I've been a little combative, argumentative.
She's been verbally abusive, physically abusive. She has put her hands on me.
I've apologized to him. I'm trying to change, but he's not doing anything different, and he doesn't make it better by not being there.
Sometimes my way of getting in the way is stepping out.
It's one thing to step away, which means
being there.
Sometimes my way of getting in the way is stepping out.
Okay. So she just took full account. I like that accountability. So you combative. People hate men especially, but everybody hates a combative person who gives combative responses. And we've all fell victim to that. Everybody has. Verbally abusive. If you go below the belt saying some crazy stuff, don't be saying no crazy stuff. And then you're physically abusive. That has to stop immediately, because if he were to put his hands on her, it's a problem. But women can put their hands on a man, and it's not an issue. It's not gonna get, like, you see how she was able to say that. She held herself accountable, and I love that. But you see how she was able to say that without worrying about how, like, women, like, I've been, like, they can literally say that to you without fearing of any type of consequences that could come along with it. Especially unless if the man is crazy, he gonna hit her back.
It's one thing to step away, which means I'm still with you, and it's another thing to just completely disappear. Where are you right now? What's
It's
happening?
just making me so mad because he just acts like he doesn't do anything. You should communicate it with me. You don't talk. That's the problem. Like last night when I tried to talk to you, you try to turn on the TV and watch TV while I'm trying to have a real conversation.
If you're gonna tell the story, tell it directly as it happened. When you came into the house, I was already watching TV when you came into the house. What did you do downstairs?
Okay,
Tell them what you did downstairs.
I watched the TV. Yes, I did.
But when you're telling the story, see, that's the thing. You
You guys
have
are
to be...
horrible with conflict resolution. Who's the adult? I mean, at all times when something's happening like this, one of you has to be an adult. How is
Bro,
it?
hold on. That's a fact. But one person cannot always try to be the bigger person. What I was watching something. Shannon Sharp said his grandfather told him, if you have to keep being the bigger person, you're hanging around too many small damn people. I'm not gonna keep being the bigger person. I'm not gonna let you keep taking your shots at me and I turn the other cheek. That's in the Bible, and I'm not in that. That's exactly what he said. You get what I'm saying? One person, the man, cannot always be the one. Like, yeah, be the man, but bro, that's draining for me to always be the one. And same thing for her. She cannot be the one to always. Somebody should not always have to be the bigger person all the time. It's just not gonna work, and that's past anything. That's in business. That's in friendships. That's in any type of relationship.
Beginning. How is sex?
beginning.
How is affection?
Well, he doesn't kiss me, and he's not
Never?
affectionate. Never.
Man.
And when I try and
Wow.
kiss him, he turns his face away.
What do you think that communicates?
It probably communicates neglect.
Why is it funny?
It's funny at the simple fact that you're not giving the reason as to why I'm not as affectionate with you
What's
as
the
I
reason?
used to be.
Let me know.
The abuse?
That, for me, that was a red flag.
Don't go there.
It
Like
should
I
be a
beat
red
you.
flag. It should be a red flag.
What, like you beat me?
Yeah.
Well, let's not downplay it.
Well, wait, Andrea.
Let's not downplay it.
It's a healthy sign when someone moves away from someone who's abusive. I wouldn't want him to say to me, you know what? She hits me, she throws things at me, she yells at me, she puts me down, and yet I want to hug her and kiss her all the time. That doesn't make any sense. Let me bring up a topic when she...
And I want y'all to hear that again. Hold on.
Someone moves away from
For
someone...
me, that was a red flag.
Don't go there.
It
Like
should
I
be a red
beat you.
flag. It should-
Hear that.
For me,
I want y'all to hear that, right? Hear this part right here. Hold on.
You know.
The abuse?
that, for me, that was a red flag.
Don't go there.
It
Like
should
I
be a red
beat you.
flag.
And he said, was it the abuse that makes you kind of not be affectionate with her? And he said, for me, that was a red flag. And she said, don't go there like I beat you. Obviously, you're not going to be able to beat him. If he really probably, I mean, there's probably some women out there that probably could beat up a dude. But obviously, probably, you're obviously not going to be able to beat him. But throwing things at him, hitting him, doing all this shit, like, those little things, obviously you're not beating him. But the fact that she downplayed her putting her, because me, you're not my mother. My mother is the only woman in the world that, or my grandma, are the only women in the world who are able to touch my face, or like, if we're just playing, like I might say something like, what you say? Like, you just playing like a little baby, whatever. But other than that, like, you're not my mother is my mom is the only person who is allowed to put her hands on me. And she don't even do that anymore. There's no other woman that should put your hands on a man. Simple as that. But she just downplayed it. Now that I think about it, someone who steps away from, like he said, if you're stepping away from that, that's actually a way better sign. Why would you be hugging on somebody that's doing some crap? No.
Should be red flag.
Like you beat me?
Yeah.
Well, let's not downplay it.
Well, wait, Andrea.
Let's not downplay it.
It's a healthy sign when someone moves away from someone who's abusive. I wouldn't want him to say to me, you know what? She hits me, she throws things at me, she yells at me, she puts me down, and yet I want to hug her and kiss her all the time. That doesn't make any sense.
No sense.
Let me bring up a topic. When she was pregnant and sadly miscarried, that you weren't really a supportive partner at all.
That is not the truth. I was there.
Denisha, what was your reaction when I told you I was pregnant?
My reaction was, where our relationship is right now, I couldn't even fathom how a child would come into a relationship that is at its all-time low.
What I went through. with the incomplete pregnancy, you were just kind of like, whatever. You didn't carry the baby. Like, you don't know how I felt.
You see, I was not like whatever, but I can only react the way I know how to.
But show some empathy.
I don't like to see her. I don't like to see no woman cry.
So talk to her. Do something. This counts. I'm watching.
Andrea, I don't like to see you cry. I wish things could be better.
Why don't you do things different then? Like, why do you keep doing the same things?
but
Like,
it
if I'm
takes-
the only person trying,
But
like,
it takes-
I'm trying, Benicio, like,
But
I'm
it
really,
takes
like,
two people.
Why you don't take ownership for anything that you do?
I have made mistakes. I've told him I've made
You're not
mistakes.
telling me, like, this is the
But
first time.
you know why the conversation never happens? You are very impatient.
Andrea has called out what she needs to do differently and what she wants to work on. I haven't heard any of that from you. You seem to not be sure if you want to even be in this anymore.
You're right
so
about
power
that.
kind of falls on you right now because my sense is you want to be in this.
Yes.
You want to be
I'm
in
not
this.
questioning
That's a fact. It's a fact. He has yet to say what he needs to work on to do better.
it, and I'm trying, but you have to meet me halfway. You
So let me ask you a quick question though.
halfway.
If someone asked you, what are the reasons why someone should leave a relationship and feel okay about it, what would you tell them? What are the deal breakers?
Abuse.
Okay,
Verbal
which-
abuse hurts too.
Okay, well, two of the reasons that you think it's okay to leave a relationship, you've done to him.
Right.
So tell us what the physical abuse looked like.
Damn, let's get the whole thing. But if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, man. Recipes to Kari, recipes, extras, my grandma, both our grandmas, and I'm out.